Good morning. Welcome to Pedro's Gym in Hackney, London. We are here this morning with the main man, the legend, Sir James Cook MBE.
Good
morning,
sir.
James.
Thanks for coming down, my son.
That's all right, my friend. That's all right. We're going to start. Listen, we've got a heap to talk about. We're going to start at the very beginning. Yeah?
Yeah, I remember that. Don't worry, I remember the beginning.
Where were you born?
Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica. Growing up in Jamaica with my granny. I think for the first 5 years, I never even understand nothing about my life. But I think between 7 and 8, my mom said to me, "Your mom is in England." You know, all I hear about England that is bloody cold. You know,
And rainy.
and rainy. And my granny said to me, "Your mom gonna come for you soon," but I didn't really take no notice. I mean, so about 9 and a half, my granny said to me, "Mom, come for you," because when they had me, they left me at 1. As soon as I was born, at the age of 1, they come to London. You know, so
They come over to work.
That's right, they come over to work. So so when she told me that, I said, "No, I'm not going. I'm not going to that cold country." And be honest, when my mom landed, I pick up a stone to throw it after my mom, because I'm saying, "You're not taking me to that cold country." And my granny said, no, you have to go with her. So be honest, Sean, when I come, 9 and a half, I come to London. When I was driving from the airport, people was telling me about Windrush. I said, I come on a plane. I come to Gatwick on a damn plane. So I don't know nothing about the boats. When I was driving, all I could see was houses, flat and thing. The first thing coming to my head, I'm going to starve. Yeah, because in Jamaica, we have mango tree, gooseberry, any fruit you want. You could fill up your belly by fruit and things growing, in the forest and walking on the road. So you're never going to starve. Yeah. When I see all these houses and flat and road, the first thing in my head, I'm coming here to starve, And then come through, live at 50 Linda's Grove, Peckham, And then in the West Indies, at around that time, there was only 2 things people know about Muhammad Ali and cricket.
Yeah.
They went in the cricket team. And then I remember, listen, if I could have been a Muhammad Ali, trust me, I'd have been Muhammad Ali. I tell people, said I divorced my wife from Muhammad Ali. He was printed in my head.
Everybody.
I want to fight like him. I want to speak like him. But it never happened still. I wasn't confident to do what he did, but that was in my head. So in the playground, I used to hit my friend them and say, "You're Joe Fraser, I'm Muhammad Ali." And then we had one bed between me and my brother, my mom, and my dad. We had one bedroom where it's sort of splitting off, draw a curtain. Then my brother sleep on one side and my mom and dad sleep on one side. And I remember listening to the Joe Fraser fight on the radio.
The first one?
The first one. No, the second one when he lost.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
when he lost. And my dad wake up to go toilet, which the toilet was downstairs. And I was on the stairs crying. And my dad wake up and he walked down the stairs and he looked up at me and he says, "What's the matter?" I said, "Dad, I can't believe it. Muhammad Ali lost." And as a black parent, he kissed his teeth, walked down the stairs, looked at me and say, "Somebody got to lose sometime." Sean, at that time, I wanted to get up to jump on my dad down the stairs. But something just tell me, don't do it.
Calm yourself down.
Don't do it. So,
Dad.
So I think I was upset for a couple of months until I started to understand the boxing. I mean, because I was sort of running around Peckham from the age of 10, in and out gyms. I had my first fight at 14, but I didn't really take it serious. But what I do is everybody I touch, boom, I'm Muhammad Ali, yeah, Joe Fraser. I mean, I didn't carry on like that. Even through my career, I never do it inside. Even when I was champion, I would pretend like I was Muhammad Ali, but hell would I go in the ring and try all that stuff he did.
I'm doing what I do.
Yeah, but I just do it to myself. You know what I mean? So yeah, he was, he was the man.
So education and that.
Education, I went to primary school. The thing is, Sean, it was so funny because people don't understand the difference between West Indies school and English school. In West Indies school, when I go to school in the morning, there will be teacher at the door, at the gate. The first thing they do, they check your hand, they check your nail, they run a comb through your ear to see if you comb your ear, your clothes have to be clean. And there's so many times we get up late and rush to school and they're at the gate. So you wet your ear and you try to dry out your ear before you reach school.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you don't, you're gonna be in
getting a
problem.
lick.
You're gonna be in problem. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, so going back to when my mom said to me, "You're coming to England," and I had to go. I said to the guys, let's stone the teachers, you know. But they didn't know I was going to England, you know. I said, let's stone the teachers. They said to me, no, you're crazy. What's wrong with you? I said, come on, man, let's have some fun. Let's stone the teachers. No, we're gonna get caned. In the West Indies, certain times, the only time you have big pot and people do big pot is when you have festival or some Easter holiday. So my granny put on a big pot, you know, but they didn't know I was going to London.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Oh, you never told none of your
No,
mates?
I didn't tell none of my
Yeah,
mates. So
yes,
what
yes.
we did, we stoned the teachers. So we went up to my house and my granny had a big pot going on. So we all sitting around the fire. And the guys them said to me, what happened when we got to school in the morning? So I turned around to them, I said, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to England. Showing on my life, I left Jamaica at 9.5. I didn't go back to Jamaica till I was 40. My Mrs. brother, who was going to school with me, as I driving to Jamaica, he was on the roof and he pointed to me and said, you let us get cane. I turned to Coleman and I says, look at this. He still remember that after 40 years of our
That was a good caning, and you
yeah, yeah. They got caning show because you couldn't play with them teachers.
Nah.
So when I come to London, Sean, I went to primary school and I walk up the stairs, you know, and I stand at the door waiting for the teacher to call me in. And everybody pushed past me, gone inside the classroom. I was talking and sitting down and I'm thinking, something is wrong here.
They're gonna get some licks in
No,
a
and the
minute.
teacher looked at me and she said, Cook, what you doing? I said, Miss, I'm waiting for you to call me in. She said, no, just come in and sit down. I think showing my education went out the window then.
Yeah, this is too easy.
yeah. My education went out the window then. You know, we didn't really. So yeah, done sort of 1.5 year at primary school. Then I went to the main school, Peckham Manor, and you know, I'll be honest, Sean, I didn't never really mess about in school, but I never taken what I was taking because when I said to people, I play rugby for my secondary school, cricket, everything in sport. As long as sport, I was good and I wanted to be good at, sport. Sport was just a natural thing for me. And I remember playing cricket for primary school. I mean, cricket for secondary school. Rugby, people didn't understand. I played rugby for my secondary school at a place called Ewell and Epsom.
Yeah.
And so I played, rugby. So anything in sport was sort of kind of fitting. And then all the boxing really coming is a mate of mine. Although I was going to boxing club in Peckham, a mate of mine said to me a club was closing down in Camwell Green. Shall we go down there to stop it from closing? I mean, because all that time still there was a lot of youth.
Was it a community centre?
Yeah,
club?
that's right. Yeah, a lot
lovely.
of youth on the street. And you must know a big club in London at the time named Ollington Boys Club.
Yeah,
it was around the Ollington Boys Club was there, and Comber Grove School was across the road, and we went to the school, and then inside they mess about. My coach, Jimmy Redwell, was a professional. I used to start to mess about with him, and it was him who sort of say, anytime you're ready, I'll tell you when you're ready. So for about 4 years, I was down in school trying to beat him up and trying to spar with him and things, and he used to spar with me and all the pro stuff he used to do, twist me, turn me. And he said, I'll tell you now, one day, I think for my second ABA, I went home with black eye, and he looked at me and he said, you're ready now.
You're ready now.
Yeah, he said, you're ready now. And that's why I got beat by Johnny Graham twice in the London final. And then somebody said to me, why don't you go pro? I said, what's pro? I was just happy just to get a license as amateur. And I says, what's pro? They says, professional, you can get paid. So
no more trophies or paper.
Yeah, I said, well, you get paid for fight? They said to me, yeah, you can get paid. And be honest.
So what age were you now when you was just thinking about turning over?
I was thinking about turning over. Well, I think I was 21, and it take about 6-7 months.
So school had finished.
School has finished.
What work were you doing?
Well, believe it, yes, I'm not sure. I was I went to school, finished school at 16, went straight into a job, sheet metal work job.
Yeah.
Where you have to making filing cabinet at Camwell Green, and then it was 50 pence an hour, and my wages used to be £17.50 a week. Overtime I probably get £20. And when you think about it, between the 70s and now, you think it's 100 years.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean, mate? And when I tell my kids that I used to get 50 pence an hour, they look at me and say,
yeah, you're crazy.
You're crazy. Okay, you live off under, you know what I mean, under 20 pounds a week. But that's what used to be in the 70s. So I left there. I like motor mechanic. So I used to, after school, I used to do motor mechanic as well, learning motor mechanic at a garage down the road. So believe it, yes or not. So I done that when I was 18, passed my driving test. 19, I started drive now. They do the driving for the company where I go out and do the filing cabinet in the office and stuff like that. Around Western, you could park anywhere.
Yeah.
Around Western and stuff. You know what I mean? And then I did that. Then I had my own mechanic garage with a mate of mine. He was basically a mechanic, but he used to teach me coming through. And we opened up my mechanic shop in New Cross. That was about 2021, you know. And then I wasn't making enough still to start to make a living. Now living in Hackney, move over from Peckham, you know, living in Hackney. So running was my strong point. And as you know, a lot of fighters don't like running.
Yeah.
But running is my strong point, Sean. I used to run 10 miles to Kenwell Green and back, you know, then go to the gym and train. You know what I mean? So trust me, you know.
Engine was good.
Yeah, running, you know what I mean? That's why I used to say to people, if you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me in the first 5 rounds, because after that, I'm taking over.
Yeah.
I mean, as you get older, you know what I mean, you're it's a bad idea. How you telling people to beat you? That's what I mean. But, you know, and most of my fight them I got beat was in between 1 and 2 rounds. Now, I get not sort of excited, but I want to punch people first for them to feel the power.
Land
If
first
I
lever.
don't punch first, they'll bloody punch me first. You know what I mean? But so I will wanted to get a good start. And sometimes, you know, it happens. So I was in there, you know what I mean? So I turned pro, I think, around 22 with a manager in Hackney named Billy Winter. And it was a guy who used to write for the Southern Press, Al Hamilton. Not Southern Press, the West Indies paper, actually, Caribbean Times. Al Hamilton said to me, there's a manager in Hackney, and we want you to go pro with him. And I said, who was it? He said, Billy Winter. But obviously, you know, you know, 22, you don't know nothing. You just thought you're going to get money. And then Frank Warren was just coming into the business then. I mean, he set up into the business, you know. And I was up to Wellington, sparring with a guy named Mick Courtney. You know, this is where I started to think boxing, you know what I mean? And then Mick Courtney. So I was at work, sheet metal work. I was at work, and my manager phoned me and said, you got to fight this evening. First pro fight. So I said, who with? He said, Mick Courtney. I said, Mick Courtney, I sparred with Mick last night.
It's my sparring partner.
Yeah. He said to me, so you're going to let him beat you? You know? So took the fight at Bloomsbury Crest, got 150 pounds. You know, I put Mick Courtney down, then Mick Courtney got up and he put me down, I think, as well. But I won my first one on points against Mick Courtney, 150 pounds.
Lovely.
You know, then.
And the feeling when you get that brown envelope.
Yeah.
It's different, isn't it?
That's right, because you got paid straight away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until you start to earn bigger money later on, you thought it'd take a week or two.
Yeah, but it was still a great buzz. You're getting that brown, you got cash.
Absolutely, you know. And then it just went from there. You know what I mean? Then I remember Jimmy Price.
Good fighter.
Free fight.
Yeah, I see Jimmy.
Jimmy Price was his first fight was me, and I had 3-0. And Jimmy Price beat me at them Bloomsbury Crest on points for his first fight. So that's sticking to my head, you know. And then, you know, and I thought to myself, you know, he beat me, but I didn't think he beat me on points. And Sean, to be honest, I'm a good judge at boxing.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. If I lose, I'll tell you straight I lost. You understand me? And then I didn't think that happened. You know what I mean? So when me and Jimmy Price now, you know, we fight the final eliminator, in my head, you know, I'm going to get you for happened last time. Jimmy Price knocked me out in the second round.
This was in the second fight?
This was in the final eliminator to fight Bummer Graham, you know. And Jimmy Price beat me and fight Bummer Graham. Bummer Graham beat Jimmy Price in 2 rounds, and I thought to myself, better than the fight him then.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in my head, because to me...
But Errol back then was...
to me, Errol probably was... Now I'm going to say probably one of the greatest fighters Britain ever produced.
Yeah.
Although he beat me in 6th round in 1988 for the British title, I think he was that good. You know, when people said they're going away for training camp, my training camp was from Hackney to Elephant Castle, where my auntie was.
I'm in camp.
That's where my training camp was. You know, I mean, just to get away, you know, peace, run up Elephant Castle escalator, because I was fighting Errol Bummer Graham.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was doing a lot of road work up the Elephant Castle escalator. And when I remember my missus and my brother-in-law, them, and sister-in-law with the minibus, drove up to Sheffield. You know, young Nassim Hamid was walking around the ring,
I remember now.
and Barney Eastwood just took over Graham, I think. Then, you know what I mean, and you know, so he had Barry McGregor and Herbert Graham and a few more, you know, and then we had the fight in Sheffield, and then I think because it was a gentleman's sport still, to me, I was trying to be a gentleman, you know, in the fight still. You know what I mean? I wasn't waiting for no rough stuff or illegal stuff on them. Anyway, Bama Graham stopped me in 6 rounds. Sean, when I was coming back down, the abuse I got from my missus and the family, oh, mate, I wanted to turn back the minibus and go live with Bama Graham. You know what I mean? Oh, you make him chubby, bro. You look weak. You look like we didn't feed you. Oh, you know what I mean? It showed honest, the abuse, but to me, it still was a part of a learning process.
The learning curve.
Yeah, you know, to
they're
me.
They're never losses, they're lessons.
That's right. That's right. I mean, and I thought to myself, okay, this is, you know, he beat Jimmy Price, who was supposed to be better than me or whatever, you know what I mean? But he lost 2 rounds. So he beat up Johnny Melfa and everybody else, and nobody else wanted to fight him. You know what I mean? You know, it built up that there was supposed to me, Michael Watson, Johnny Melf and somebody, Eric Graham, in the mix. So we fight each other.
I remember this very clearly, James. At that time.
Yeah.
Very clear.
Yeah, absolutely. As you know, and nobody wanted to fight him.
Yeah.
And I ended up fighting him, straight through fighting him. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, so, you know, I said, you know, but shown in boxing, you know, you learn so much because I went after Billy Winter. I didn't sign my contract. So I was up the Wellington gym. There was a gentleman out there named Darky Smith.
I remember that.
Yeah, Darky Smith had a lot of fighters inside the gym. And one day I signed with Darky for 3 years. And like I said, it's a blessing. Sometimes it's a blessing. Sometimes the learning process can be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I say, and then I signed with Darky Smith. And I remember Jess Harding was inside the changing room. Yeah. And Jess looked at me with Maloney. They look at me and said, James, you just signed with Darky. I said, yeah. I said, what? You guys signed with Darky? They started to laugh. They said, no, he's just our coach. so, shoot, I didn't know what Darky was like then. I mean, but like I said, every blessing, sometimes there's a man up there look after you because the experience I got kind of broad, even though I lost some, I won some. You understand me? The experience I have, and that experience bring me on to beat Michael Watson.
Yeah,
I was
just going to get there. You were probably one of the most travelled pros. You went into a lot of back gardens and turned them over.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to skip this back a bit. In your teenage years, before the actual step into the boxing, James, was there any? You must have come to a couple of sets of crossroads. You could have turned left instead of right. You could have went down the path of gang crime, criminal activity or whatever, drug use or whatever. What stopped you? If there was a crossroads, if there was opportunities, what stopped you?
100%. Sean, you know, I think my parents, you know, my parents coming from Jamaica, they've been working, you know, they work. My mother get up early in the morning to work. I tell you, this is how it work, you know. And I've seen them work, and I've never seen any trouble or they bring any trouble. They're always talking about doing things. And I remember, Sean, one day, my mom and dad went to work. And I remember, Sean, I don't know nothing about damn football. I come from Jamaica. I don't know nothing about it, yeah. But my brother, you know, he born in England, so he knows about football. We was, you know, when the West Indies, when you come up from the West Indies, everything you have inside the house is flowers. Flower cabinet, flower wallpaper, flower carpet. Everything is damn full of flowers. You know what I mean? And I was inside the kitchen, and my brother said to me, save this. I remember, I don't know nothing about football. And I said, save what? He kicked the ball, and the ball hit the cabinet. As I was, you know, Sean, as I was Sean, that's exactly what it was. As I was, my mother coming, and I think my mother was so upset. My mother said, wait till your father come home. I'm going to let him beat you because you broke this filing cabinet. You broke the cabinets. I said, Mom, it wasn't me who kicked the ball. It was my brother. She said, but you're the bigger one, you know?
You should have saved it.
I should have saved the damn ball, but Sean, I didn't know nothing about football. So what am I saving for? Cricket. If you give me a cricket ball, then I'll probably not catch it.
Yeah.
You know? And Sean, she was so upset. She went to work. Yeah. And I thought, good, I've got away with this. Sean, she come back in the morning.
You ain't getting away with that.
You're not getting away with that. And she gave me a couple of spanking for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, thought, can't play around with mom and dad. But even though Sean, Kentucky Fried Chicken come out, there was a shop in Camwell Green. So on a Friday, there's a choice now. Kentucky or fish and chips. Yeah?
It's got to be KFC.
Yeah, KFC most time, to be honest. But that Friday, a mate, I didn't know nothing about bloody fun fair. Yeah? A mate of mine, I think I was about 11. A mate of mine said to me, James, you're going to the fun fair. I said, what's fun fair? You know, he said, oh, you have all these rides. Sure, mom and dad said to me, go buy the fish and chips, don't Peckham. My mate said to me, let's go fun fair.
And a fun fair on the way to Peckham.
Sean, we went to the fun fair in bloody Peckham Rye. You know, I've still got the fish and chips in my hand. You remember this about 7 o'clock, you know. I still got the fish and chips in my hand.
Yeah, okay.
I've got their change. And, you know, them penny machine.
Yeah.
I started gambling the money. Put it inside the penny machine is excitement to me. I've never known what it is. Excitement to me, Sean. Anyway, I put the money in, and when I was losing the money, but my last penny or whatever I put in, Sean, the money started to fall down.
Yes.
And I see a guy come, and he put his hand top of mine.
For the money.
For the money. So when I looked, it was the boot, shiny store cap boot, you know, trousers tight. It was a skinhead. Yeah. So what I did, I hit him, and then I started to run. And we're running straight down Peckham. Sean, I still got the fish and chips in my hand. Yeah, it was about 10 o'clock.
Did you get the money though?
No, Sean, because I had to run off. You understand me? And, you know, I could run, Sean, and I got the fish and chips in my hand. Yeah. And I'm Peckham is straight, and I'm running down Peckham. And Sean, I must have changed 4th gear. I mean, each time I change gear, I look behind, the skinhead is still following me.
He's in 4th and all.
Yeah. So what happened when I run into North Peckham Estate, I dip down behind the wall. That's where I live now, so I know North Peckham Estate. Yeah, I dip down behind the wall, and he's walking up on the balcony. If I catch this guy, I'm gonna beat him up and blah blah blah. And I kind of stop myself from breathing, not too hard for him to hear. You know, I thought, I never realized this. I mean, because when I go to the boxing gym, Sean, we don't see color.
Nah, everyone's the same.
Yeah, everybody support each other, no matter what race you come from. Yeah. So kind of 11 was such a shock to me, skinhead. And then I started to take notice of skinhead. So while we're not Peckham Estate now, when skinhead started to come and moving, so it went like this. Somebody will say National Front and them guys, they'll play.
Yeah, that was
they're the Teddy Boys, they're the Teddy Boys as well. So they play football till about from 10 to about 12. Then you have the Turkish community. They'll play from 1 till 2. Then you have the National Front. And we used to play last about 4 o'clock because we had to go to church. So the black people in North Peckham Estate used to play football the last because they weren't football pitch. I mean, and that happened for a couple of years. Then all of a sudden, we all start to get closer and come in, and start to work together and as one. But it was like that in the 70s up to about 72. And then I started to see a real change of people functioning together and stuff like that, you know.
So there was never really any involvement in crime or...
No.
Because that's good parenting.
Yeah, never. You know what, Sean, if I find something, you know, I'd give it back.
Yeah.
I'd never say I want to steal it or anything like that. You understand? Because I think, you know, from back home, Sean, I think my granny built it in me. She said, son, blah, 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 don't take what's not yours. And she would drop things on the floor. And she said, when you die, you're not going to take this with you.
Yeah.
You know, so I've never really get excited over anything fancy or anything like that. I mean, you know, Sean, you know, I'm a big man, yeah? And, you know, I wear clothes. I mean, and my kids then will say to me, Dad, you can't mix Nike with Adidas and all this. I said, what are you talking about? There's my clothes. I wear them as I want. Sean, I've been arguing with them for years and years. No, Dad, you can't. I said, no, I don't even buy my clothes. My kids.
Yeah, let them get them for me now.
My kids don't buy my clothes. They're telling me, I said, it's my clothes. I wear what I want. You know what I mean? It's a different time, different fashion. I said, I'll grow up. I wear what I want. I remember, Sean, I've been sort of steel toe cap shoes. Yeah,
Yeah.
but pointed at the front. Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
remember them. Yeah, and then you have what they call the brogues shoes come
Brogues,
out.
yeah.
That's right, with the tassel.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember in MP, and then
Like
we
a
had,
loafer.
that's right,
Yeah,
and
they
then
were nice.
that's right, yeah.
They
And
were nice.
obviously the bigger boys I'm in school was wearing these shoes, and I said to my mom, "Mom, I want a pair of them shoes." And my mom looked at me, Sean, you know what I did? The day I walked and I kick out the shoes, kick the shoes. I mean, and we was at school, Peckham Manor, and them boys said to me, "James, your mom is outside." Sean, we was inside the gym. Yeah, pee, and my mom slide the shoes across, and she said to me, "Kick those out now." Sean, when I look at the damn shoes, there was platform. You remember the platform?
Yeah.
I put on the platform. I went to school. I think the teacher said, "Sit down, cook." I was still sitting there. I said, "Sir, I'm sitting down," because the bloody fat platform was about out there, Sean. I wear the shoes once,
And,
yeah,
and a big waistband
yeah.
on the child.
And I remember going home, taping back up my shoes, with glue, tape, whatever thing, tape back up the shoes. And in the West Indies, there in your house, you have a case what we call the trunk.
Yeah.
Everything your mother they put it in there and said they're gonna send it back home. And I remember going taping up the shoes and lifting up and put the damn platform in for them to go to Jamaica. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, so it wasn't nothing. It's about that's why nothing. Pretty car, pretty clothes, pretty shoe. I've never get excited, over these sort of things or whatever. I mean, and like I said, I sort of grew up through the boxing and see everybody function together. So I was always wanted to work as a community, make sure everybody function together. My trainer, Sean, when he used to work for the Daily Mirror as an electrician, and when he couldn't come to the gym, he'd phone me up. He said, "Take the class." So I was teaching very early.
So this was at a young age?
At a young age, I was teaching very early with adults and kids. So it's sort of embedded in me, still doing what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? So I was, So the mechanic went out the window and I tried to focus on this. So when I come to Hackney, they car around here, Murder Mile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I took a lot of kids off the street into this club and get them to do something, play football, whatever they did. And, kids stopped me about 5 years back and they said, "Do you remember me?" So I said, "No." And he said, there was a fight in the back of the playground. Yeah. And he said he was good at football. And I said to him, "Listen, you need to focus." And he was playing for Luton now. You know what I mean?
Come on.
And he shook my hand and said, "Thank you." So, I just feel that everybody, if you achieve something, go back in your area and help somebody out. And I think we'd have less of the problem and the crime. You know what I mean? They're shutting down youth club, youth center. We're showing people they're now afraid to speak to their kids.
That's right.
They can't shout at their kid. They can't this and
that.
Well,
the kids are throwing the police on them.
Exactly. So down here now, Sean, when they come here, this place is packed with young kids and people coming in, you know what I mean? And because down here is like, hello, yes, tell them the rules and keep repeating it and they mustn't do it and that and everybody work together. So so the kids then will come down here.
Yeah.
I think parents bring them here just for that,
We're going to get to that bit in a bit, but I just want to chew a couple of names over from your pro career because these guys, I was close with Errol and I was kind of compared to Kayla. But you fought both of them after their fight because their fight was a big thing, right?
Sure.
Errol, probably one of the most decorated amateurs this country's ever produced.
I think if you're talking about amateur, I said to people, this guy was like Sugar Ray Leonard and whatever great American fighter you want to put. I said Errol Christie was in that bracket,
Definitely. I remember him very, very well. I used to do a bit of sparring with Lloyd. But you took them both to the cleaners, James. Your fitness, you see, you used to be spoke about in my gym. Your fitness was renowned through the boxing community. Renowned. You were probably one of the, if not the fittest fighter in the country. So you took both of them to school. They were kind of celebrity status because of what happened at the weigh-in, during the fight. So how did that affect you after beating both of them? Did that kind of rocket you up? Did that shoot you up the ratings a lot quicker?
First of all, I'll tell you what, Errol Christie was down the gym, when I joined Harry Ellen.
Yeah.
And then Harry Ellen said to me, obviously I've been around, Errol, so I sort of know Errol and stuff like that. So I'm about winning a fight. So there was a sparring session, and then Ariel said to me, "Don't go too hard, you know."
On Errol?
Yeah, because you're in the fight, and I thought, "Don't go too hard. This guy hit me with every damn shot inside the book."
Yeah.
Because you know he was
In
that
about
good.
2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. You know he was hitting with everything. So I thought, so I said, "Why?" He said, "I'm gonna try and make a fight with you and Errol." You know what I mean? So we had a sparring session,
Okay.
and then by the next week, you know, the fight was made. You know,
Right.
and I be honest, Sean, I said to Errol Christie, if you don't train for Mark Kayla, you're not going to beat him.
Yeah.
You understand me? Because I said Mark Kayla is very hard. I've done some sparring session with him.
Fit boy.
Very fit guy. I
Got
mean,
struggle to make that weight.
yeah. So I said to him, you know, you got to be in condition. So when the fight come on, you know, but first of all, before even my fight come on, I was inside the gym with a fighter named Roy Gums.
Yeah, and I
You
remember
know,
Roy
and
Gums.
and
Good,
spar
good
with,
boy.
that's right. I spar with Roy Gums, and Roy Gums was very skillful. And then the guy named Johnny, you know, who used to be a trainer up there, he says, when the fight was made, he said, who you reckon? So I said, Ryan Gums, because Ryan Gums is very skillful. He said to me, no, Ryan Gums got no heart. He says, Careless. I said, no, Kayla ain't going to do him. Yes, I mean, he did. But Kayla did. I mean,
Yeah.
so when the fight was made, and for me and Christy, you know, I stopped Christy. It put me right back up because, you know, I was a broad losing fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Christy fight put me right back up there. You understand me? And then the Kayla fight even put me up there even more because I had to go. As you know, I had to travel. You know, even that still at that time, nobody never really
Wanted to fight you.
wanted to fight me.
Yeah.
All right, you understand me? So I had to go travel, and as you know, travel once again, and I come back, and my manager says, Ariel, and gonna make a fight with Kayla. So I said, not a probs. You understand me? Make it. I was number one. Kayla was number one. I said, yeah, make it happen because I know it was gonna bring the crowd. You know.
Yeah,
So with Kayla crowd and the few people I had, either way, it was gonna be a good fight.
Good recipe.
That's right. Yeah. So I know what Kayla was like, and I knew, you know, I had to be in shape for him. You know?
Be on job.
Yeah. You know?
But two great names. We're going to go to the end. Cornelius Carr. What a fighter to finish on.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
Let me tell you this, right? Cornelius Carr. I said to Mickey Duff, you know.
So you was with Duff now?
I was Duff now. Yeah. I was with Duff. And Sean, to be honest, people ask me, who would probably, you know, in my book, I call him the good, the bad, the ugly, and the terrible, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know no names, but people would ask me, how good is Mickey Duff? And I says, Mickey Duff was the one, when I went, he showed me how to...
I thought he was going to say Mickey Duff was the ugly one.
No, he was the one who showed me about the accountant's tax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the tax people, them at the door. I got to respect Ariellen because Ariellen picked the fight them to get me where I am, you know, when I joined Harry. You understand me? Though we tried to fell out at the end. Listen, we forgive each other and we hug each other and we love each other as well. I mean, but you know, sometimes, you know, Sean, you know, I was 34 by now, you know, British champion, went back, come back and won the British title. I mean, I was sort of 34 by now. And remember I said to you earlier on, a fighter gotta know when to call it a day. You understand me? I said to Mickey Duff, can I have a defense? And Mickey Duff said, but James, you beat everybody here. I said, Carlin Scott just come in the top 10. So Mickey Duff looked at me. Mickey Duff said, James, he's white. I manage him and he sells ticket.
Yeah.
And I said to Mickey, don't worry, Mickey, I'll stop him.
Yeah.
You know? And Sean, be honest, round 7, you know, when they put in the water and stuff on you, round 7, I'm looking at Carlina's car and look at him like I'm looking at you. And I thought, a couple of years ago, I probably would have stopped him. You know what I mean? Yeah, because Sean, soon as I walk up there and he go ping and he's gone.
Yeah.
You understand me? You know what I mean? And his speed different to mine. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was so different. You know what I mean? Did I think he win the fight? Probably just.
Yeah.
Because he put me down in round 10, which I think that gave him the edge. But I think it was, to me, it was close to them. But yeah, that gave him the edge. I mean, I thought to myself, well, if I can't beat this young man now, I mean, then it's time to go.
Yeah. Intelligent. Very intelligent.
So I did, and I did.
But it didn't finish for you there.
No.
So when you finish your boxing, I think life begins.
100%. And I'll tell you why it's big in Sean, and this is why it's so important as fighters to have people close to you who can understand you, who can shout at you, can say, Sean, this is bullshit. Put it away. Don't do it. You see me? Boxing, when you're a boxing person, people don't understand. Sometimes you gotta be selfish. You gotta be selfish because you gotta train.
Yeah.
People don't see how early you gotta get up to run.
Sacrifice.
People don't see when you're inside the gym.
Yeah.
Don't you understand me? People don't see the abuse when I call it abuse, what you gotta do inside the gym to get. So you've got to be selfish. So people don't understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, so sometimes you've got to be selfish, you know, to do your thing. You understand me? And when it comes to all that now, so when you finish, that's why I said to people, when people said, boxers, you fight and at the minute you hug each other, because we know all
That's
it is, how
respect.
self it is respect.
Yes.
We know, listen,
We know the journey.
that's right. We know what it is to go up inside that ring, you know, to fight each other. You trying to get a win over there. And I'm saying to people, sometimes boxing, people see it, and sometimes these new generation, to me, sometimes this new generation kind of lost it. Because if I was gonna fight Sean, I wouldn't be swearing and cursing and do anything. I come to the press conference and try and get a height and look down on Sean and say, boy, I'm trying to look you in the eye and say, you know what, just let me get this little bit of edge start. And
Yeah.
that's what we try and did in the old days. We never really try and curse each other.
No, there weren't no bad blood.
There was no blood.
Slagging off.
That's right. I mean, even though the guys them do it, and when they're done, they hug each other. But sometimes it look outside there. To me, it look bad. Maybe because I'm old school and listen. The only time I pick up try to run somebody is when I was WBA #1. You have Chris Eubanks, Nigel Benn fighting for this WBO, and I went to a press conference and showing this is the first time I ever see plastic chicken in my life. You understand me? I went to the press conference and there was a box of chicken on the floor showing, and the guy said to me, pick up the chicken and call Nigel Benn a chicken. And Chris Eubanks said, no, I'm not picking up no raw chicken. I'm not doing it. He said, then they start to laugh. They said, no, cook, pick up the chickens. I said, no, I'm not picking up no chicken like that. You understand me? In my hand, I mean, I'm trying to chew
it's
it.
Not even real.
So I didn't bloody know. So I didn't know it was plastic chicken, you know. Sean, the guy went to the box and he took up the chicken and he stretched the damn chicken. You know what I mean? So I pick up the chicken now because I know it's plastic and I was biting it, calling Ben and Eubanks chicken to try and get a fight.
I remember this.
Yeah, to try and get a fight from them. You know what I mean? But I must admit, Ambrose Mandy said to me, you'd never make Nigel Benn fight me. Yes, I mean, and sometimes, Sean, you've got to think about what you do as you go along. Remember when I fight Errol Christie, I was topping the bill. Chris Eubanks was a support bout.
Yeah.
You know? And when I beat Errol Christie, Eubanks looked at me. We both fought to Peckham. And he looked at me and he says, Cook. And I said to him, you're not ready yet. Yeah? When he become champion now, I said to him, Eubanks, and he tell me the same damn thing.
That could only come from Chris.
Yeah.
That could only come from
He
Chris.
tell me the same thing and I fought him. So sometimes you gotta be careful what you talk. You understand me? You know what I mean? And people don't understand. And I'm gonna jump you into Michael Watson. You know, the accident happened with Chris and Michael. You know, and sometimes, like I said, there's a man above there looking at people and showing.
Definitely.
I thought the accident happened. Michael Watson feel no way, but you know what? That accident made British boxing probably the safest in the world, plus other sport. Because as you know now, they've got this, that. You know what I mean? Boxing become a safer sport than.
Oh, he changed the whole landscape of boxing.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I mean, so it becomes safe. I mean, even now, every now and then, I said, "You want the return?" He says, "Yeah, Papa." I said, "Yeah, I mean."
Bless his heart, man. He's brilliant.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's brilliant.
He's a great guy, and he don't feel no way about it. I mean, he ain't upset like some people. He say, whatever happened.
Not bitter at all.
No, it make our sport a lot safer than other sports. So, you know what I mean?
He's achieved.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, 100%. Yeah.
So the boxing's done. Still got your mechanics place going on?
No, sir.
That's finished? Okay.
I think that's finished when my first daughter born.
Oh, okay.
She's 42 now.
So you train at the minute now here out of Pedro's. This is steeped in history. Steeped. But it's not just the boxing what you're giving out here. When did you come here, James?
I was in Peckham, Sean, and my girlfriend, which is now my wife, lived down here with her parents. And So I used to run. When I say my running used
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
good, so I used to run from here to Peckham. Sometime, yeah, it's a 10-mile journey, and I used to work over that side as well. You know what I mean? So I used to get up in the morning, run from here, and run back. You know, and then I come down here, and then because I used to do the youth work around Dulwich and stuff like that, when I come down, they call around here Murder Mile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there was a black a thing called Hackney Youth in Action, was a black organization set up youth club and stuff like that. And one lady said to me, James, we're looking for somebody to run a play service with the kids them and stuff. You know what I mean? So I said, yeah, no problem. You know, I'll do it. I'll do it for that. You know what I mean? So we first set up inside the fish and chip shop in there with the after school club where the kids them come and take book. Next door to this building right now, that's where the office was. You know,
Where
so
the shops are now.
that's right. Yeah. So we had a youth club down there. We had the hall down there, and because I'm so worried about kids being bullied,
Yeah.
there was a young little kid being bullied by a bigger kid up there around the corner. And I said to him, what you doing? You know what I mean? I said, don't bully him. And, you know, I say my piece to him and stuff, you know. And this lady said to me, James, my company would love you. Would love somebody like you to come and work for them. You know what I mean? So the company was in Roughbone, and the Roughbone in Manchester.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, where the head office was. You know what I mean? So I went down there. She gave me a job. So because I've got all of this was going on, this was here. You know what I mean? And this was a rich club, Sean. No lie to
What,
you.
this building
This
itself?
building here, yeah, was very rich club, rich building, because it was over there, and Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
put their money in and build this building. So I got over.
So it was
It was
it
across
was
the
the
road.
donation from Richard Burton and Elizabeth
No, yeah,
Taylor
build this building,
to
yeah,
build this.
build this building, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Oh, they actually built
Yeah,
this.
they put the money in. They put the money in. They won off one of their movie. You know, they get the money from one of their movie. And Elizabeth Taylor she was a patron.
Massive pill.
Yeah, that's right.
She
She was a patron of the club, and people now still coming and say they can remember the day Elizabeth Taylor come down here. As you know, we got a picture
Wow.
outside.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, and I saw the guy. You remember the Henry Cooper
Yeah.
pub in the old Kent Road? I used to train over there, and I saw the guy, and I said to him, "What are you doing here? You're supposed to be running Pedro Club." He said to me, "No, Pedro Club has run out of money." So I said, "What?" So I come in, former management committee with Kelly Maloney, was Frank at the time,
Yeah.
and a couple of more, Bruce Baker, Derek Sweet D. Williams, and a former management committee. And I just kept it open, and sometimes money out my own pocket to pay the bills or pay the rent. I mean, I just kept it going through.
So this was actually closing,
Yes.
and you've stepped in
Yeah.
with Derek, with a
Yeah.
couple of other boys,
Yeah.
and you've kept it flowing.
Kept it flowing. I mean, and Sean is sort of a good job where I said, my missus don't even look at the account sometimes like me. I mean, because sometimes I have to take money out to pay the rent, But then there's a couple of the guys, them London Xboxers, these people that really help me when I want anything. I mean,
Yeah.
they help me more prayer every now and then. I want £1,000, I'd phone up more and more, give me £1,000. I mean, so London Xboxers, they really help me when I want anything. They come down here, they do the plumbing. Alan Gray and his company, they do the plumbing. I mean,
Yeah.
anything I want, these guys would help me out to make sure the club, I mean, the club kept going. And, to me, I can't thank them enough, I mean? But,
Yeah.
it's the respect, hopefully, that I've shown them, I mean, make they put it back in, because I'm not a guy who to be run off people and mounting off people and show people. Anybody else can do anything and I can do it. I'll do it. That's why I said it's so important. I said, when you achieve something in the area, you go back and you teach. I said, David Beckham just come from down the road. You don't see a David Beckham, football club in bloody Leighton.
Nah.
I mean, mate, so, Ian Wright come from up Crystal Palace from
Yeah,
run
Palace,
by me,
yeah.
you understand me? And I don't write this in Peckham and ever write it. To me, these sort of names supposed to go in and do something. I mean, even Frank Bruno, no matter who they are, you understand me?
Give something
To
back.
me, give something back. And
Yeah.
that's why when we run a summer show, I try and get the champion them down here, whoever.
Yeah.
I mean, to make sure they present trophies and stuff like that
Yeah,
for people to see them,
beautiful.
because people, I mean, support these people, even if it's them, they hear about them and they
Yeah.
peer and support them, and so yeah.
So how long have you been here, James?
Oh, Sean, I've been here now in this place. To be honest, my daughter is 42. I said probably about 35 years.
Wow.
I mean, mate,
And you've just kept it floating.
just kept it floating, and then,
It's the
kid,
oldest community centre
London,
London now.
yeah.
Probably in England.
Yeah, you know, showing the thing about it. I speak to people, and people remember coming to this club. The other day I was inside a fish and chip shop. This guy come to me, says he used to come to this club. His nan and grand used to come to this club. Their grandkids come to this club. You understand me?
Yeah.
People remember Pedro. That's why I don't want to change too much.
Yeah. Keep it established.
It was set up for the community, and I kept it going for the community. You know, we have all different people coming in here, old people, young people, people with disability. Although we don't have the disability, but people try to come in Pedro Club to make sure they sit down, they had food. You know, we do things for the kids, then we give them free lunch if we need to. Because we know how struggle it is sometimes. How hard it is. So because I grew up around people struggling and things struggling, people said to me, "Oh, James, you can't give away everything free. If I can, I will do it."
Yeah. Well, it's just extending the family, isn't it?
Yeah. Showing is so, when people come in here, people are shocked. They see the travelers come in here and sit down making tea. It's at the kitchen, because they think they're a community by themselves, but they're in Pedro Club.
Yeah.
Mixing with everybody, the boys and girls as me are learning boxing.
Yeah, perfect.
They're learning discipline, what I'm drilling in them. I'm in here doing it. So and I don't try to make other people do it. When I can, I'm there. I'm doing it with them. They're so funny because they'll be saying, they'll be reading books and things about me, and when they go to school, blah blah. I said, yeah, but when you come back, the first thing I line up everybody here, 30 of them. What was you there at school? Good. How was you there at school? Why was it bad? Showing simple things.
So you connect with
them.
them.
Yeah. Hello, excuse me, please, thank you. Kids don't have it no more. They learn it in
They
here.
get it in here. Yeah. You see, that's so beautiful, man. So you were probably here, I don't know, 15, 17 years, and you were given an MBE by the Queen for services, not just to boxing, but to your community.
Beautiful lady, Sean. Sean, you know what? When the letter come, I don't even think about that. I didn't know what the last MBE was, Sean. The letter come, I was in my bed. I got this letter saying blah blah blah. I said somebody's having a laugh. Sean, I took the
They're winding me up.
Yeah. Sean, that's exactly. I took the letter. I went downstairs. I put the damn letter in the bin. My brother phoned me, because my brother, we call him Posh.
Yeah.
If you get the phone call from him, then I realize it might be true. So he phoned me up. He says, "No, you got blah blah blah." So sure. Then Colin Hart phoned me.
Oh yeah, Cole. Yeah.
Colin Hart phoned me from the sun and say, "James, congratulations, son, Sean." I went downstairs.
Get the letter out.
Said the bin. Took the letter out the bin. So I didn't bloody realize what it was, Sean. So I took the letter out the bin and such. And Sean, be quite honest, when I did went Buckingham Palace, Sean, people saying you can't shake hand with the king, blah blah. Have you seen my pictures outside?
Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah,
shaking hand with the queen. Sean, she asked me 3 questions, and I said to her, "Please, mom, don't ask me no more." Sean, I was sweating so much, with bloody nerves. Not even my mom. The only person made me nervous like that was my mom.
Your mommy.
Sean, I was sweating so much, and she said, "Hackney needs someone like you." People said to me, "What would you want to give the queen?" I said, "One of my string vests," because in the summer, I wear the string vest. But Sean, I went south of Buckingham Palace, Sean, and, Sean, they're giving cups, and I see people stand up there with the cups. And I looked at them and I look up my hand and I says, "Could you give me a proper cup, please? Because this is a cup." Yeah, I wrapped my damn hand around the thing. So, so give me a cup that we can drink a proper cup of tea.
It's a real cup.
Yeah. But, Sean, it's gone beyond what I think, what I'd ever achieved. When I was growing up in Peckham, I said, the Queen would never meet somebody like me. They'd never shake my hand. Sean, the Queen was at a different level.
It's a different world.
Yeah. Sort of me growing from Jamaica to Peckham. What am I gonna bloody get close to Buckingham Palace side the Queen? It never gonna happen. In my head, Sean, it never gonna happen. That's why I said to people, you never know what is known, And when I go up there, I meet her twice. You understand me? When we went for the garden party and meeting her and speaking to her. And I looked at them and I said, she's a beautiful lady. I could understand why Prince Philip never better leave her. You could see the beauty in front of this woman, and she was so smooth.
Yeah.
Sean, I could understand why she stays so long, because she's got this sort of a thing where she drag people in just by her look and the way she speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She ain't rough, she ain't rugged, she's sort of smooth, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Maurice Hope will tell you a good story, well, picture with him at meeting the Queen, and you know, Maurice Hope will tell you, and she went to this country and took a picture with the dad, and he wanted to show it to the Queen, but he'll tell you all that himself.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
When the, you know, so yeah, it's
So cool, man.
yeah, you know, showing she's in, and but this is what I'm saying, nothing impossible, because like I say, from Jamaica to Peckham to to Hackney, that's sort of my story. But like I says, meeting the most important person in the world, where I
Yeah.
think I'd never get close to meeting this person. You know what I mean? That's why I know nothing ain't impossible. I mean, because I didn't set up my way to go meet somebody like the Queen. I just do, to me, just doing a
Just
hard
do
and
what you
everything.
do.
Yeah, do what I
Yeah.
do. You know what I mean? You know that. But yeah, it was I want to say probably one of the best moments of my life, getting that close. You know, and
Yeah.
they says you don't shake the Queen hand, but I've got pictures shaking the damn Queen hand and speaking to her. Though she was making me sweat, but yeah, you know what I mean,
But
mate?
you didn't just meet her, she honoured
Yeah,
you.
yeah, 100%, 100%. So now, like even Morris, you know what I mean? You know, obviously Morris meet the Queen, you know what I mean? But other people, I said them, you never meet the Queen. Prince Charles ain't the Queen. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we have this little, you have this
That's
little,
King
yeah,
Charles
yeah,
and
yeah,
Ron
yeah,
Prince
yeah.
Charles.
Kids, yeah. We have this little, this little banter. But yeah, like I said, I didn't know what it was, sure. But but yeah, it's to me, it's and people said to me, why don't you wear it? So what for? You
Yeah.
understand me? You know,
So
what for? I've got it. Yeah, it's, I told him I've got it. And then showing it's so funny because when I go with my kids and people said, James Cook and can I afford done things, my kid just turned around and said, it's only dad.
yeah.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
that's
what
my
yeah,
dad, man. What do you
yeah,
want a
yeah, yeah.
picture
What do
of
you
my
make?
dad
Yeah,
for? You don't know about
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. That's,
Keep it quiet.
yeah, yeah, that's exactly. I mean, that's exactly, mate. That's the way. I say you lot is ungrateful. You don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's great, mate.
So during your time here, like, I don't know, I'd like to compare a few statistics. How much change have you made to people's lives that you know of, James? I bet you've probably forgotten more.
Sean, you know what? I'll be honest. There's a few. Sean, I don't keep a record, but there's a lot. If you go outside there, the biggest drug dealer outside there would never come to Pedro or
Yeah,
make
yeah,
any
yeah.
problem. I mean, they probably sit outside the gate and protect the damn place. You
Yeah,
understand me?
yeah. Yeah.
Sean, like I said, I've gone through stuff where, I don't know. All I want people to do is live together, respect each other, and
Yeah.
think, Sean, the other day I was on the train going to the school where I do a couple of days a week in Croydon. Sean, and this guy put up his hand coming towards me. And I thought, I'm gonna punch this guy.
Don't
Yeah,
do it, mate. Put your
Sean,
hands
that's
up.
exactly what's in my head. I said, I'm gonna knock this guy over the ropes into the train station if he come towards me. I showed the guy come up to me. So now I put myself in a position now.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean,
Shoulders coming over.
yeah, and he looked at me and said, Champ, I mean, are you still in Ovington? You make such great change to my son and blah blah blah. And I thought, phew.
All worth it.
You know,
Just for them
yeah,
moments.
he said my son is playing professional football, and every day they speak about you. Sean. Like I said, you remember when I fight Mark Kayla?
Yeah.
A guy come to me the other day, Sean. I was walking down the road in Bethnal Green, and he says to me, "You don't remember me, do you?" So I said, "No." He says he wanted a ticket to go see the Kayla fight, and he never had no money.
And you give him one.
I took him to the front and asked him to give him a ticket. And I turned around to him and said, I think Mickey Dove did charge me for that ticket.
He took that out of my purse. Mickey would as well.
Yeah, of course he would have said
Mickey would. Don't worry about Mickey.
No, but he would. He definitely would, because Mickey was the thing he said to me. James, we're going to charge you. I mean, and that's why I said he was different, because I was supposed to fight Chris Eubanks' brother, Simon Eubanks.
Simon, yeah.
Yeah. And then it was down Birmingham, somewhere down there. And it never happened. And then the day, Mickey phoned me up. Mickey said, James, the fight ain't happening. So Mickey just said to me, James, how much money you want? So I said, Mickey, about $8,000. Mickey said, £8,000, James? He said, yeah. He said, I have somebody there for you. In the next 2 hours, guess who was there?
Oh.
Tony Booth.
Yeah.
So I had to work for that money.
Yeah.
You understand me? And then Tony must
Good
have come
fighter, Tony.
Yeah, Tony must have come in about 13 stone. I mean, and in the end, when Mickey was trying to get to Tony move because obviously because of the weight.
Yeah.
While Mickey was going through, Tony jumped inside the car and Brendel and they waved to Mickey. And Mickey said, "Don't worry, I'll get there."
I'll get you, and he will.
Yeah, of course he will.
Mickey
You know what I
will.
mean?
Mickey was
Yeah,
patient.
of course he will. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's the level of sort of, you know, I was fighting, I didn't want to go with these guys, Sean, because I thought they have all the guys I wanted to fight.
Yeah.
But if somebody come to me now and say, where would you start from? I said, from the top, of course.
Yeah.
You understand?
Come on. I want to be in that camp where I'm going to fight all them guys.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So, you know, that's the way it goes. But, you know, Sean, like I said, sometimes, to me, it's a blessing because the hard work I've done outside put me in a sort of place where I said, I'm not flashy about nothing or anything. It just put me where I sort of been humbled. That's why it sort of upset me in a way when I see guys like Anthony Joshua build his career being and humbleness. Yeah. And the other day I was watching the press conference. With Daniel, put the chair over here, and I thought, come on, what's going on here?
This is not AJ.
Yeah, exactly. I thought, come on, you never build your career on this. Nah. You built your career on being humble. So, you know, and that's why I said sometimes you need people around you to tell you what's right or wrong. And I think sometimes showing people frightened of thinking I'm getting paid and they don't want to tell this person they're wrong. If you're wrong, you're wrong. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, simple. You know and I think he could be a bit unsettled about that.
I think he is, but even so, I don't think he's supposed to be doing. You know what I mean?
No, definitely not. It's a wrong thing to be showing this next generation.
Exactly. Yeah, you build your career in humbleness. So
yeah,
be humble the same way.
And he's done that all the way through.
Yeah,
so
100%. So why change it now?
I can't see the reason why he's changed it.
100%. You know.
But we'll see on the 21st of September.
Absolutely.
So, I want to talk a bit about your book, Guardian of the Streets. Bro, that is just such an apt name for your book. Where did it come from?
Well,
tell us a bit about it. To
be honest, it's I said to Melanie Lloyd, Melanie Wright, I think whose book she just finished. She done somebody's book, you know, and I said to her, okay, when I'm about 60, you know, you can do my book. And she said yes, and then we was flicking around names. You know what I mean? And I thought, I had in my head that from Jamaica to London to Hackney, something like that. You know what I mean? And then with all the work I've done, Melanie come up with the name Guardian of the Street. You know, and so we go with that name. You know what I mean, mate? So it was from Melanie Lloyd. You know?
Do you get a lot of kids or their parents, James, speak to you about their kids? They're involved in knife crime, they're involved in gang culture, they're just going down the wrong path. Can you get hold of them?
100%, mate. And true, sometimes this is where I tell people about life, you know. And the kids, them, who I speak to, the young people, them, where I speak to, you know, and they look around and they'll see picture, they'll see book, and they think, they will listen, because they think,
you've actually been
blah,
there.
Blah, yeah, I mean, and they listen. And my own grandson, to be honest, I mean, I've got a grandson who was in Top Boy, you know, and he acted to one of the two little boys. I mean, and sometimes when I see him, I say to myself, you don't know where your talent is. Your talent, although your actor program, your talent as an actor, you know what I mean? And I could see your talent. Your mother and everybody could see your talent, but you can't. You know what I mean? And Sean, I get a lot of people who come to me and say, you know what, speak to my kid. And Sean, trust me, I speak to their kids.
So you've changed, James, so many lives, you know, and you don't, the knock-on effect of what you do, you probably don't realise how many lives you have changed. Hence the MBE. You know, I do believe that you get back what you give out, and you've given out such an amount of positivity to this next gen. Speaking to Natasha earlier, what she's doing is phenomenal. But the building here, it's got to stay. It's got to stay here. This is, you know, this is so important to this community.
100%, Sean, 100%. And that's why the reason I wouldn't change it, because I said it was built for the community. And you remember what I said early on, you know, if you do something, go in your community and help out. And if you do that, we probably wouldn't have this, you know, this carrying of guns and knives and everything. So, you know, Sean, I'm an honest guy to say, you know what, drugs has taken over young people's life. You know, anybody could have a drink of a smoke and then you just take that one. I mean, there's some people get drink and smoke all day, they have no problems with it. I mean, some people can't just do it. And I said to people, if everybody knows me, so I'm not a man for drugs. I said, if you want drugs, go see your doctor.
And they're probably worse.
That's right, because that's what they study for. I mean, they studied to give drugs and know
Yeah.
what drugs is. I mean, I said, you don't. I mean, because if we're really talking about drugs, I said, everything now is on the street. It wasn't like when I was growing up or when you was growing up, if there's a weed, there's that's a weed and that's it.
Yeah.
Now you call drugs and everything is in them because everybody
You
wants
get like a menu.
That's right, exactly. You haven't shown, and that's exactly. When I sit down and speak to the kids, them and they tell me this, that, and I says, what does this do?
Yeah.
What the, you know, showing these kids them would tell me I'm shocked. I'm frightened, you know, I showed them I'm actually frightened for my grandkids them.
Yep.
Now, because I thought my grandkids them to go to school, take something for their friend and don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
You understand me? So it's very frightening and it's upsetting when I think, hang on, the law, the system's supposed to try and cut this out, but you're shutting down youth club. So if you're shutting down all these things where young people could go and you're getting rid of all these youth work and people can
You're
teach
taking everything
you're
from
taking
them.
everything from them. Then you're moaning about drugs. Then you're moaning about what's happening on the street. You're worrying about knife crime, gun crime, people killing each other, stealing. 100%.
Yeah, because you keep taking their shit from them.
100%.
You know,
so yeah.
What you're doing here is probably the most unrecognised, you know, acts I think London's going through, because this place, there's got to be a heap of these places put back in for the kids. I can remember growing up, I used to have a choice of community clubs to go to. There'd be 3 or 4 on my manor. We'd be playing ball.
There you
we'd
go.
be out.
Absolutely. And showing and that's the difference, you know?
Yeah.
That's where they're going wrong, because if I was in trouble or I was going to a club, me and you would probably end up playing football, becomes friends now because you're from across the road, from there. It does not no more.
No,
now,
not postcode.
That's right. You have postcode where you have E9 and E5. They're across the road. I want to stay there and they want to end up killing each other.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. As you say, in the old days, we'd have end up playing with each other. So everybody get to know each other. Don't have that no more. You know something? It's so frightening outside there that it's frightening.
But these places give that.
100%.
You know, they give that. You probably have boxers coming in here, James.
100%.
One's from the north of London, one's from the south of London, but they're coming in the cows.
You mentioned that. You see that young man with the big afro?
Yeah. Lovely kid.
Where was from? Birmingham.
What?
He's from Birmingham.
You don't sound like he's Birmingham.
Yeah, his dad lived down there. He's from Birmingham. He boxed for a club in Birmingham. You understand me? You understand me? You know?
And look.
And his dad, and he come in here and he find a club. And he's out there training with the boys then. Brilliant. That's what boxing gives to you. Yeah. You know?
That special magic only boxing provides.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to wind it up on a few favourites. I think I know the answer to a couple of these. Favourite food?
Favorite food? I'll be honest, it's got to be rice and peas or ackee and saltfish.
Yeah. Okay. Favourite film?
Favorite film? Be honest, I like comedy. And I must admit, there's a comedy show with Richard Pryor and all these guys.
Love it.
I love it, you know, because Richard Pryor. It's got to be one with Richard Pryor.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the film. Richard Pryor and what was his name? The crossover.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You know.
Richard Pryor was my guy.
Yeah, Richard Pryor.
He was the original comedian for me.
Absolutely.
The original.
Absolutely. You know.
Okay, now we're going to get a bit blurry on the next 2 questions because this could be a smorgasbord of answers. Favorite fight?
Favorite fight?
You mentioned one earlier.
I think my favorite fight would be Muhammad Ali fighting George Foreman.
Rumble in the jungle.
Yeah, and I think because everybody expects Ali to get crucified. Everybody expects Ali to get beat, and Ali look at them and says, "He's only George Foreman."
Yeah.
Yes, I mean that's why it make him so different. That's why, you know, people don't understand, you know, this guy, when he speaks, everybody listen.
Yeah.
You know, and there was no violence when Ali speak. When he speak, there's always a smile at the end of it. Even if he tell you I'm gonna beat you, man, there's always a smile. These guys, they know when they tell you they want to kill you, they really want
they're growling at the end of it.
Yeah, you know,
they're spitting at you.
Yeah, exactly, mate. So yeah, that's a difference. You know, yeah, it's gotta be that. Yeah.
Favorite fighter?
Favorite fighter?
Scott.
Gotta be Ali.
Yeah.
Gotta be Ali.
Get that question out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite holiday destination?
Sean, you know what? my missus will tell you now, she's trying to get me away. You understand me? And it don't happen. She will tell you, I don't have a place. I keep telling them London. They find me in Pedro Club.
Favorite destination, Pedro.
They're trying to get me. They took me to Jamaica a couple of years ago. The girls, and the only reason why they went, I said, I'm doing something. They said, Dad, we can't. We're gonna lose our money. We pay for you. So they get me to Jamaica. I don't know, Sean. If there's a favorite place I go, I like my grandkids. Them, I like anywhere where I could get to my grandkids.
Yeah.
Them, or my kids.
Yeah.
Them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've just had another grandkid and I
There
can't
you
stay
go,
away.
Mr.
Do you know what I mean?
So yeah.
So, favorite music?
Oh, Sean, they call this the reggae gym. Anybody come inside here, they'll tell you it's gonna be reggae music. If there ain't no reggae music, they're not
We
learning
ain't training.
boxing. Yeah, they're not learning boxing.
James, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much,
mate, for coming down.
God bless
And
you,
you come down with a young man who's used to live in Hackney. But Sean, you get rich and follow you down the country. But it's all right. We can forgive him. We can forgive him, mate.
It's my guy. It's my bro, man. Yes, James. That was brilliant, man.